Core competencies. Csca. Define core competency and differentiated, distinctive competency and explain how these competencies enable differentiation and higher relative profit. A core competency is a fundamental capability or resource that an organization performs exceptionally well and that provides value to customers. It typically integrates multiple skills, technologies, and processes across the organization. Core competencies are not limited to a single product. Rather, they support a range of offerings and contribute to strategic flexibility. Examples may include advanced research capabilities, superior supply chain management, or strong brand development expertise. Core competencies form the foundation upon which competitive strategies are built. A distinctive, differentiated competency is a core competency that is superior to those of competitors and difficult to imitate. It satisfies criteria such as being valuable, rare, costly to replicate, and effectively organized within the firm. Distinctive competencies create sustainable competitive advantage because competitors cannot easily match the firm's performance. Examples include proprietary technology, exclusive distribution networks, or deeply embedded customer relationships that competitors cannot quickly duplicate. The presence of core and distinctive competencies allows organizations to differentiate their products or services in ways that customers perceive as valuable. Differentiation may occur through innovation, superior quality, brand reputation, customer service, or cost efficiency. When customers recognize unique value, firms gain pricing power and reduce direct price competition. This reduces demand elasticity and protects margins from competitive pressure. Ultimately, distinctive competencies enable a firm to earn higher relative profits compared to industry rivals. By delivering unique value or achieving structural cost advantages, the organization can sustain premium pricing or superior margins over time. These competencies also create entry barriers, discourage imitation, and strengthen strategic positioning. Continuous investment and capability development are essential to maintain these advantages as industry conditions evolve. The value chain. Csca. Define value chain and explain how activities convert inputs into products and services customers value. The value chain is a framework that identifies the full range of activities an organization performs to design, produce, market, deliver, and support its products or services. It views the firm as a sequence of value-creating processes that transform raw inputs, such as materials, labor, technology, and capital, into outputs that customers are willing to purchase. Each activity contributes to overall customer value and competitive positioning. Value creation occurs as inputs move through interconnected activities including procurement, production, marketing, distribution, and service. At each stage, costs are incurred and value is added through efficiency, quality improvement, innovation, or responsiveness. The cumulative effect of well-managed activities results in products or services that meet customer expectations for quality, price, and reliability. The value chain highlights that competitive advantage arises not merely from individual activities but from how effectively they are coordinated and integrated. Firms that optimize linkages between activities, such as aligning supply chain management with production scheduling, can reduce costs or enhance differentiation. Understanding this chain helps managers identify where value is created and how it can be enhanced. Csca. Distinguish between primary activities and support activities within the value chain. Primary activities are directly involved in creating and delivering a product or service. These typically include inbound logistics, receiving and storing inputs, operations, transforming inputs into outputs, outbound logistics, distribution, marketing and sales, and customer service. These activities directly influence cost structure, product quality, and customer satisfaction, thereby affecting revenue generation and competitive positioning. Support activities enable and enhance the effectiveness of primary activities. They include procurement, technology development, human resource management, and firm infrastructure, such as finance, legal, and strategic planning. While not directly tied to production or sales, support activities provide essential resources, systems, and coordination that improve overall efficiency and innovation capability. The distinction is analytical rather than hierarchical. Both primary and support activities contribute to competitive advantage. Weaknesses in support functions, such as inadequate IT systems or poor talent management, can undermine primary activities. Effective integration between primary and support functions strengthens operational effectiveness and strategic alignment. Csca. Demonstrate understanding of how value activity analysis leads to better understanding of strengths and weaknesses. Analyzing value activities allows management to identify which processes create the most value and which generate excessive cost or inefficiency. By breaking operations into discrete activities, firms can assess cost drivers, productivity levels, and differentiation opportunities. Activities that outperform competitors may represent core strengths, while inefficient or outdated processes highlight internal weaknesses requiring improvement or restructuring. Comparative analysis, benchmarking value activities against competitors, enhances strategic insight. If a company demonstrates superior inbound logistics efficiency or innovative marketing capabilities, these may constitute competitive advantages. Conversely, higher-than-average production costs or weak customer service may erode profitability. Identifying these differences clarifies areas for cost reduction or capability investment. Value chain analysis also reveals linkages among activities, where improvements in one area affect performance in another. For example, investing in technology development may enhance operations efficiency and customer service responsiveness. Understanding these interdependencies supports strategic decisions regarding outsourcing, vertical integration, or process redesign, strengthening alignment between internal capabilities and competitive strategy. Csca. Demonstrate understanding of how optimizing a company's value chain relative to competitors can lead to cost advantages and competitive advantage. Optimizing the value chain involves systematically improving individual activities, such as procurement, production, logistics, marketing, and service, to reduce costs or enhance value creation. When a firm performs these activities more efficiently than competitors, it achieves relative cost advantages. For example, superior supply chain management may lower input costs, while streamlined operations reduce waste and increase productivity. These improvements enhance margins without necessarily raising prices, strengthening competitive positioning. Competitive advantage arises not only from efficiency within activities but also from effective coordination among activities. Strong linkages, such as aligning procurement with production scheduling, reduce redundancies and inventory costs. Firms that integrate technology across functions improve information flow and responsiveness. By optimizing internal processes relative to competitors, companies can sustain cost leadership or support differentiation strategies. Cost advantages derived from value chain optimization can create barriers to entry and pricing flexibility. Lower cost structures enable firms to offer competitive pricing while maintaining profitability or to reinvest savings into innovation and marketing. Continuous monitoring and benchmarking ensure that value chain improvements remain aligned with strategic goals and evolving industry standards. Csca. Define economies of scope. Economies of scope occur when producing multiple products or services together is more cost-effective than producing them separately. Cost savings arise from shared resources, capabilities, distribution channels, technology, or brand reputation. By leveraging common inputs or processes across product lines, firms reduce duplication and achieve operational efficiency. Economies of scope differ from economies of scale, which focus on cost reductions from increased production volume of a single product. In contrast, scope advantages stem from diversification and resource sharing. For example, a company may use the same research and development team, marketing infrastructure, or distribution network across multiple products, lowering overall average costs. Strategically, economies of scope support diversification and growth initiatives. Firms can expand product offerings while controlling incremental costs, enhancing profitability and competitive positioning. However, achieving scope benefits requires effective coordination and organizational integration to ensure that shared resources are efficiently utilized. Csca. Describe and apply value chain analysis, including identification of value-creating activities, strengths, weaknesses, linkages, synergies, and cost advantage opportunities. Applying value chain analysis begins with identifying activities that create value within each product line or business unit. Analysts assess which primary and support activities contribute most significantly to customer satisfaction and revenue generation. Activities demonstrating superior efficiency or differentiation may represent organizational strengths, while inefficient processes indicate weaknesses requiring improvement. The analysis should examine linkages within each product line's value chain, recognizing how changes in one activity influence others. For example, improvements in technology development may enhance operational efficiency and marketing effectiveness. Identifying these internal connections supports coordinated decision-making and process optimization. Value chain analysis also identifies synergies across multiple product lines or business units, such as shared procurement systems, common distribution networks, or unified branding strategies. These synergies create economies of scope and potential cost advantages. By benchmarking activities against competitors, firms uncover opportunities to reduce costs, enhance differentiation, and strengthen overall competitive advantage.